Okay, this is introducing my photo show, the Cat's Craft Show, for 2021. As we go on into the building, the theme this year is Created Things. And just inside the door is a table of photo postcards that are pictures that were particularly liked in previous exhibits. We start off with picture one is a blue heron among cosmos, right at the mouth of the Suzuta River with Omura Bay. And this is Plant Music. It's my title because the Japanese title name for the plant flower is Suzuran, and Suzu is a bell. This is a particular type of hydrangea. When Kathy first saw this picture, she thought they were flowers floating on a lake, but it's not that at all. And so I have Hydrangea Lake, ? As the title. This is the scarlet spider lily that is very typical of Japanese autumn. It blooms at the time of the equinox, and so it actually blooms in the spring also, but particularly in autumn it's very well known. So I'm saying it's autumn as the title. This is a wisteria arbor, and because wisteria is pronounced the same way as the mountain, Mount Fuji, I have the title of Roads to Fuji. And this is just simply a large black butterfly that was in the yard of our church on some geraniums. This is a white heron, and my title is Symbol of Whiteness. A crow, and I have a crow on the water's edge. We don't usually think of crows as water birds, but anyway. This is a blue heron that doesn't look very blue, but saying, there was something here, is my title. This white pigeon, white dove, being a symbol of peace. I have Hidden Peace. The way I shot it, it was actually framed by the guardrail, the edge of the road, along with a standpipe for a building that was there, and the post holding up the guardrail. This is a cormorant, and my title is It Itches. This is Sparrow Silhouette. The Japanese name for this kind of pigeon is the brocade pigeon. And I said, the title is, this is why I'm called a brocade pigeon. This is an osprey, up in a tree, and I say an osprey on watch, on guard. And this blue heron I titled Supermodel Pose. And this is a cormorant with his head turned around toward me at an interesting angle. And it's, eh? What was that? This is a little egret saying, I'll definitely catch it. It's hunting there for fish. And I honestly don't know what kind of birds these are. They might be like orioles in America, but I don't know the Japanese name at all. They have yellow on the front of the top of the chest and on the front of their wings. And my title is a bad pun because electric wires are a pun for like an infectious disease. So I say this phenomenon is like an infectious phenomenon. And this is simply the morning sun of Suzuta. There's a common Japanese expression that isn't used so much in English, but it means the power of life. And that's what the title I gave this, with the tree that is splitting the big boulder. I called the pampas grass here nature's bouquet. And this hot air balloon at night was a balloon of fire. This is our church at night. I had just gotten new LED bulbs for illuminating the stained glass from the inside, and I was taking a picture to prove the efficacy of them. And my title is Night Invitation. This is the lake in Omura Park, and my title is Kushima Moat, because the castle there is Kushima Castle, and the lake was originally part of the moat. And this stairway in the snow, I have a pun that in Japanese ghost story is kaidan banashi, but a stairway is a kaidan. So without using the characters, I said this is a winter ghost story. I just called this one Faithful Watchdog. This was the Olympic flame being carried through Omura. And this blue heron sunning itself, I titled, Aren't I Gorgeous? Called this one Explosion of Lilies. And this one, Boy, you sure are noisy. evidently what the egret is saying to the duck. This is the current type of train that runs on the Omura line, and JR Kyushu calls them gentle strength, I guess, but that's yasashi chikaramochi, so it's the YC. So I said gentle strength, headed for Nagasaki. And I honestly don't know what plant this is, but it was in a neighbor's yard, and my title is Flowers Out of the Stem? Because it's unique. This you really don't get the full impact of the picture, so it wasn't that good a picture. But this is a koi, gold-colored koi, about 2 feet long, living in the Suzuta River. It's gone wild. Apparently, in the heavy rains we had last year, it washed out of someone's koi pond, and it's happily living life in the wild these days. This is spider webs on roadside weed, and anyway, I called this one just Sky Drama. And this heron is, the title is Full-Length Mirror. And this, sadly enough, is called Suzuta Washing Machine, because this is suds from detergent, because up in the hills the sewer line is not yet there, so the septic sewer is taken care of with pumping trucks, but just normal household water drains go directly into the river. And I called this early morning scene just Golden River. Called this one Winter Trip or Winter Journey. Railroad tracks in the snow. This one is, its time has passed. This is the sort of train that used to run on the Nagasaki, on the Omura line, but at a specific point this year, they stopped running them and they're running only the newer model. And this one's called Headed for Sasebo in the Evening. This is simply the name of the train, which is 7 stars. And the front of the train in English, it does say 7 stars in Kyushu. But it's a luxury train that costs an absurd amount to ride it. I'd be interested to ride it, but I'd be even more interested in having the money it would take to ride it. This was right in front of our church at the grade crossing that's there. This is another view of actually that same grade crossing in the background there, but it's looking through the safety fencing on the where National Route 34 crosses over the railroad line. The title of this is Winter Bridge. It's a little footbridge in the foreground, but to the back left is the railroad bridge. Just called this one Peaceful Scene. And these crabs cleaning up a catfish carcass, I titled Nature's Cleanup Crew. This caterpillar that I caught crawling on the sidewalk, my title is, Which End is the Head? And I honestly don't remember which direction it was headed. This is a shot of Kathy doing some work in our church sanctuary with the light shining in through the stained glass windows. So I titled it Colors of the Stained Glass. Then the last two pictures are both from a volleyball tournament held by the Nagasaki Rehabilitation College where I teach. So these are actually my students playing volleyball. It's been a long time since I've exercised my skills in sports photography. Then we have some items for free or for donation, because we are trying to gain donations for the Light of the World radio broadcast, the Christian radio broadcast. And we have some more of these, various things that we had around the house. Turns out we had a woodblock print that someone was very, very happy to pay $10 for. I think it was worth a whole lot more. Some of the things here have specific prices on them, but still any income from these items would go toward the Christian radio broadcast. And we have a table back here that is specifically Kathy's crafts. And this time around she's also donating everything from craft sales to the Christian radio broadcast. These boxes have handmade jigsaw puzzles in them. And that's it for the 2021 Photo and Craft Show.